Alright guys, what's good? In this video, I'm going to be discussing a concept that you guys need to understand if you want to make it through this crypto market cycle alive. So the concept that I'm going to be covering in this video today is the idea that selling leads to more selling. Now, you may think this is quite obvious and you may think, why are you even bothering to cover this? Of course, we know selling leads to more selling, but there is a reason behind this, so don't tune out just yet. So the reason I want to bring this to you guys' attention is the fact that a lot of people get really scared when markets start to sell off. They think that it's the end of the world, that they're going to lose all of their money, that something's suddenly wrong with the product or the project or the economy. And what a lot of people fail to realize is nothing has to have gone wrong for prices to really start plummeting. Now, a lot of the time, prices start plummeting in anticipation of something else happening, regardless of whether the thing has actually happened or whether it will actually happen. People speculate, they think, oh, this thing might happen, so I'm going to start selling my bags. And then what happens after that? Someone else sees the prices suddenly turn red. Oh my God, the prices are going down. I need to get out. I don't want to lose my money. And then what happens? A load of people have long orders set at a certain price, or they have their stop losses set. And then the price hits the stop loss, triggers it, they lose their money, they get liquidated. This causes the price to go down further. But at the end of the day, has the actual cryptocurrency or stock or anything like that actually changed? Has the underlying asset actually changed at all? Or is it still the same? So if we use Bitcoin for an example, a lot of people will see the price of Bitcoin this week and think, oh my God, it's crashed so much. It's the end of the world. Oh my God, Bitcoin's going to die. The price has dropped like 20%. But at the end of the day, the Bitcoin network is still functioning fine. It's still operating, it's still chugging along. Nothing's actually changed with the Bitcoin network. All that's happened is there's been a bit of fright in the market. People are scared of what might happen afterwards. This has caused some selling, which has then caused other people to get scared and start selling. But at the end of the day, we don't actually know what's going to happen with all these tariffs, with all this kind of spookiness in the market, people not knowing what's going on. We don't actually know what the result is going to be of this. Now, if I think back to some recent events which seemed like they were the end of the world, such as, for example, if we're talking in the cryptocurrency markets, actually every market, when we had the big COVID crash, if you guys were actually paying attention in that time, you would have seen the S&P 500 got absolutely destroyed. Crypto got absolutely destroyed. The world literally seemed like it was going to end. And then what happened a few months later? Everything smashed all-time highs. Now, one thing you guys should know is that governments don't actually want the country to get destroyed. They don't want the economy to go into a big recession. So a lot of the time, they will start doing things to prevent this happening. For example, they start printing money, or they play with interest rates. They do different things to try to stimulate the economy. And a lot of the time, these things actually stimulate asset prices to go up. So if you lot are scared right now thinking, oh my God, the markets, the economy, everything's going down the drain, I'm going to lose all my money, etc. In the short term, you might see your investments lose value. The prices may go down, but this is not going to last long term. Even if it lasted for a few months, do you think the governments are not going to try different things to try and move the economy out of this kind of situation? And furthermore, like I said, the underlying assets haven't changed. Now, if you've gone and invested in a load of rubbish, then sure, your assets might not survive. But if you're investing in good technology, in good projects with good teams that are well established, you think that they won't come back, even if we had this big end of the world crash? You don't think in a couple months, maybe even a year at max or something, 2 years, that they're not going to come back? If you have some kind of let's imagine Chainlink, for example. It is basically the main oracle that is used by all of the different projects. You don't think that if you invest in a technology like this, that it won't come back in the future if we do have a small crash from here, or even if we have a big crash from here? Guys, if you're investing in the right things, in the right niches, etc., regardless of what happens in the short term, if we have a slight crash, if something goes wrong, your project should come back. If it's something good that's worth buying, that's worth investing in, that actually provides value to the world, that has a purpose, then you don't need to worry. Okay, in the short term, yes, you might see your money go down a bit, but that's normal. That's what you expect. You're investing. That's how it goes. What you really need to be doing is trying to dollar cost average in. And when you see these kind of moments pop up where the prices are dropping, instead of viewing it as an end of the world moment, why don't you just go and buy a little bit? Because then it turns from an end of the world moment to a buying opportunity, and it changes your mindset completely. Now, you may think, I don't want to DCA in on different projects. If you don't feel confident dollar cost averaging into your projects, there's quite a good chance that you're investing in the wrong kind of projects and that you're not very confident in the fact that they will survive things like this. So my advice to you guys is buy better quality projects, invest in them, and when you see buying opportunities like this, just buy a little bit. You don't need to buy a lot, but doing this really helps with getting over the fear of markets dipping. And it turns from being a scary moment into a very enjoyable one because you feel like you've gotten ahead. So guys, that is it for this video. Don't be scared in moments like this. Try and just earn some extra money, either to keep it on the side as cash, build up a little reserve so that you feel good and you don't get affected too much by this kind of volatile movement in the markets, or look for good buying opportunities and take advantage of dips like this. Now, 100% it could dip lower. That is very likely to happen. But if it happens, you can just buy more at an even lower price. So again, even better for you. So guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.